Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we saw the export incentives, various export incentives given to the exporters. So now from today we are going to look at the import procedure. Import procedure. What is import procedure? International trade means trade of import and export. So international trade means trade of import and export. When goods are sent to the foreign countries from the India, then it is called export for India. So whenever goods are sent to any foreign country from the India, then it is called export for the India. And when the goods are brought from the foreign country, when the goods are brought from the foreign country to India, then it is called the import for India. So the process of import and export trade is different. Import procedure is different from country to country, is also very different. So the procedure to import the goods in India is as follows. So in short, we can say that import means whenever goods are brought from any foreign country to India, then it is considered as import for the India. That we can say that goods is imported to India. Got it? Whenever goods are brought from any other country to India, then it is called that goods are imported to India. So the process of import and export trade is also different. So now let us first look at the procedure for import. So in that, the first step is obtaining import license. And yes, before starting, you have to whenever you guys are asked to write the import procedure, remember you have to write the same steps, because these are the steps. So it should be in ascending order. Got it? So first would be obtaining import license. If the importer wants to import the goods listed in the list of required items and services published by the government, he has to obtain an open general license, that is OGL, which is easier. So if the importer wants to import the goods listed in the list of required items and services published by the government, he has to obtain the open general license. So first thing, to import the products, one would require open general license, which is very easier to obtain. But if the importer wants to import the goods excluded from the list, if the importer wants to import the goods which is not mentioned in the list, then he has to apply to Comptroller of Import Trade. So if importer wants to import the goods which is not mentioned in the list, he has to apply to the Comptroller of Import Trade. In this application name of the application name of the importer, address, details of the goods, economic conditions of the importer, name of the exporting country, etc. are mentioned. If the officer is satisfied with the details of the application, then and then only he issues the import license. If the quota method is prevailing, the importer is given a quota certificate describing the fixed quota. Got it? So first of all, first step is obtaining the import license to import the goods. Got it? So this is the first step of the import procedure. Second step is obtaining the foreign exchange. Obtaining foreign exchange. When goods are to be imported from a foreign country, when goods are brought to India from the foreign country, the payment has to be made in foreign currency or exchange. For example, if India has brought goods from USA, this is just example. So if US has exported goods to India, or we can say if India has brought goods from USA, then for the payment, India has to pay for the products. So India has to pay not in the rupees, but India has to pay in US dollar, because the goods is brought from the USA and USA currency is dollar. That's US dollar. That's why India needs to pay in the US dollar, not in the rupees. So obtaining foreign exchange is the second step. When goods are to be imported from the foreign country, the payment has to be made in foreign currency or exchange. The Reserve Bank of India has control over the foreign exchange. First, an application is to be sent to the bank. So for obtaining the foreign exchange, first you have to submit the application to the bank permitted by the government for the foreign exchange trade before applying the Reserve Bank of India. Then the bank makes an endorsement on the application form of the importer on the basis of the import license. Then a Reserve Bank sanctions the foreign exchange, means provides the foreign exchange. In the application form, how much foreign currency is required, and of which country is to be shown in the US dollars. Got it? So second step is obtaining the foreign exchange. First step was obtaining the import license. So whenever if the government of India wants to import the goods to India, then first of all, any importer needs the import license, open general license. Then second step, obtaining the foreign exchange. Importer requires the foreign exchange to make the payment. Then third step is placing an order. After having the foreign exchange, third step is placing the order. After the completion of the procedure of import license and foreign exchange, the importer collects the information of different manufacturers. And exporters for the details of the goods, price, and the other conditions. The importer gives the order to the exporter or the manufacturer whose terms and conditions seems suitable to him. Importer places the order for the import of the goods, then it is called indent. So whenever importer places the order for the goods, then it is called indent. The details regarding the goods, price, packaging, insurance, and the name of the transport company, etc. are mentioned clearly in the indent. So third step is placing the order with the suitable manufacturer or with the suitable exporter for the goods. And whenever importer places the order for the import of the goods, then it is called indent, and every details regarding the goods, price, packaging, insurance, name of the transport company, etc. is mentioned clearly in the indent. So third step is placing an order. Then fourth step is dispatching letter of credit. Letter of credit means a document assuring the exporter regarding the payment of goods on behalf of the importer. So dispatching the letter of credit. Letter of credit means it is a document which assures means which gives a proof the exporter regarding the payment of the goods on behalf of the importer. The exporter demands for the letter of credit to know the financial capabilities of the importer. So the exporter means the one who is going to give the goods. So the exporter will demand the letter of credit to know whether that importer would be able to pay the money for the purchase of products or not. So exporter would demand for the letter of credit to know the financial capabilities of the importer. The importer has to obtain the letter of credit from his bank. The importer has to obtain the letter of credit from his bank and has to send it to the exporter. Then send it to the exporter. The exporter is assured about getting his money on the receiving of the letter of credit. So, letter of credit is a document which assures that the importer will be able to pay the money for the export of the goods. This gives assurance to the exporter about the importer. Got it? So, fourth step is dispatching the letter of credit. This is the procedure from the importer side. These things has to be done by the importer. Got it? Because this is the import procedure, that's why. So these are the things which are needed to be done by the importer, not the exporter. Then fifth step is receipts of documents. Receipts of documents. The exporter sends all the required documents to the importer through his bank. Generally, he sends documents through documents against acceptance or through DP, that is documents against the payment, which are released by the importer. So, receipts of documents. So, exporter sends all the required documents to the importer through his bank. Like generally, exporter sends documents through documents against the acceptance or through documents against the payments which are released by the importer. Released by the importer means which are taken by the importer. Got it? Okay. So this is the fifth step. Then the sixth step is to obtain the order of receiving goods. So now we are going to stop here. In the next video, we would be continuing with the other remaining steps because this would be very heavy, like large for you. So now we are going to stop here. In the next video, we would be continuing with the remaining import procedure steps. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.